Are you seeing all these people getting into the tech industry and thinking, you know what, that's it, I'm jumping in? Or maybe you then stumbled across tech sales, but you're not quite sure how to get in. Well, you're in the right place. We are going into a full guide on how to become a tech sales rep. I'm Tech Bag Trey, and I got a job in tech sales in just 36 days using the exact same strategies that I'm about to share with you. So, whether you're just starting out or you're looking to switch careers, this full guide is going to walk you through everything you need to know to become a new successful tech sales rep. You got to get into tech. Tech sales is not just profitable, it's one of the most dynamic and rewarding fields out there. All right, so before we get into the nitty gritty though, let me drop a little truth bomb on you. All right, you do not need a degree or decades of sales experience to get into tech sales. All right, but what you do need is some determination, the right skills, and insider knowledge. All of that, which I'm about to give to you right now. Let's get to it. So, first, let's talk about the core skills that you need to succeed as a tech sales rep. Now, it can seem overwhelming at first, but breaking it down does make it extremely manageable. Now, as a beginner, you definitely want to focus on developing product knowledge, okay? So, sales techniques, CRM software skills, and communication. So, now once you get to the account executive level, that's when you'll start learning about presentations and more technical side of things. You don't really have to worry about that right now as somebody who is looking to just break in. Now, also when it comes to the product knowledge piece, you actually want to have that specific product knowledge when you get to that specific company. All right. So you don't really have to focus on that as well right now. But sales techniques are crucial. Now, you want to be able to master CRM softwares and your communication skills as well. That's what's going to set you apart as a person that's looking to get into tech sales. So you want to think of these skills that you're learning for these interviews and to actually get in a job as some tools that are inside of your toolkit. All right. I'm talking Tim, the tool man, Taylor. All right. Now, the more tools you have, that's the more versatile and effective you're going to be. Now, if you're wondering how to actually quickly get those skills without spending years in school, Course Careers is a game-changing resource. All right. Now, they offer a free introductory course that is specifically designed to give you a solid foundation in tech sales. It's like a shortcut to getting job ready that has a lot of the practical knowledge and insider tips. And I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description. Trust me, it's worth checking out if you're serious about actually getting into tech sales a lot faster. Next, let's talk about building your portfolio. All right. Now, creating a portfolio may seem like a whole lot of work, but it is essential, even if it's just in your mind. All right. Now, your portfolio can include like mock sales presentations or sample outreach campaigns that you've done, your personal brand on LinkedIn, anything that you can do that can show that, hey, I've done this before or something in the area of, that's going to really help if you can do that. So you can think of a portfolio as your sales pitch. All right. This is showing potential employers what you can do and how you can contribute to their team and make that clearer for them when they're actually deciding. And one of the craziest parts is in the interview process, you are going to actually have to do a mock presentation, right? But they'll let you know all the information that you need to get that done and to do it well. So the thing is, if you already know about that kind of stuff going in, then you'll be less nervous and like more prepared when it does come to that time. Now, let's focus on creating a standout resume. All right. Now, the resume is often the first impression, right? For real, that they see. So it does need to be impactful. So you want to highlight relevant skills and experiences. You want to showcase any sales achievements or any metrics that you have, okay, including projects or scenarios. And you want to emphasize your understanding of technology and the sales process. All right. It's like your business card, all right? It needs to clearly and compellingly present your value to these potential employers, all right? You want them to see your resume and be like, dang, like this person is perfect for exactly what we're trying to do here. Let's get them in the door. Now, you got the skills, you got the portfolio, a great resume. Now it's this exciting part, right? Landing the job. Now, the application process might seem a little scary, but I do have some insider tips that should give you an edge. All right. So, first up, you want to leverage LinkedIn like a pro. Okay. Now, this is not just a platform. All right. Now, before I got into tech, I never used LinkedIn. All right. And now I'm on there a little bit more often. Okay. Because this is your ticket to connecting you to recruiters and sales managers. They're all on there. All right, so you'll be able to interact with their content. You can join some relevant groups. And for real, don't be scared to reach out to them directly. Like a lot of them are willing to go the extra mile for you, like Shanae or AKA Recruiter Cousin, right? So don't be scared to reach out. Next, you want to become a regular at these network sessions, right? Like these are gold mine opportunities. So if you go into a conference, get to it. So remember, in tech sales, who you know can be just as important as what you know. So don't limit yourself to job boards and also apply directly to these tech companies and startups. Okay. They're oftentimes looking for fresh talent and looking for people who have the right attitude. And if you fit that bill, you can actually go ahead and get in there. Now, also consider working with specialized tech recruiting agencies. Okay. They can also open some doors that you didn't even know existed, right? Like there are companies that only partner with certain companies, and those companies bring them everyone that they need. So if you're familiar with that, or you find out about that company, that can be your ticket in, right? To that specific company because that's the only route that they use. So think of job hunting like a sales process in itself. Okay. So now that you know what the sales process is and how to go through it, think of this specific section as that as well. Okay. So you're the product and you need to market yourself effectively to land that role. So stay persistent. Make sure you're always following up. All right. Follow up, and always be ready to show your value. Now, let's kind of get the hang around time frames. Okay. Sometimes if we don't have the right time frame around how all this stuff comes together, we can get discouraged and really put our own selves out of the game, right? Because it can be hard to know how long each step is going to take. But if we have some kind of timeline, it can help us stay on track. So, learning the actual skills, it could take you a good 3 to 4 months to learn that by yourself, right? Building a portfolio, like, 2 weeks to 1 to 2 months, right? And then if you're not doing it with a company, and then creating a resume, obviously super fast, maybe a week or two at the most. Now, the job application, that really does vary, especially depending on the time of year. But if you do stay persistent and you are doing all the right things, typically you could be looking at around 2 to 4 months. Okay. But remember, all of this time that's required, it can vary based on individual circumstances and prior experience. So sometimes certain people know people that are already in a tech company and they're also already willing to help them out. I can cut down time by a lot, right? Or sometimes when it comes to learning the skills, if you have a course that you end up going through, that can also cut down the learning time a lot, right? Like the course that I went through, it cut down the learning time to about like 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that, right? But that was because all the information was there. So it really depends on the individual. So when it comes to the timeline, like that's your roadmap, and that's going to guide you through each step and help you reach that end goal, which is getting a role in tech sales, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. I like to make sure that people have their mindset around that right, because that way when certain things do pop up, right, like you don't get the call back when you thought you were, or you went through the first round of the interview, the second round of the interview, and then it dies off, you're able to stay the course and stay focused and keep pushing forward. Okay. So just be aware of that. Now, That's it, y'all. This is the full guide on how to become a tech sales rep. We covered everything from essential skills you need to building a standout portfolio to crafting a great resume and then navigating that job application process like a pro. And remember, this journey is a marathon, y'all. It's not a sprint. So stay focused, stay motivated, and most importantly, stay curious, okay? The tech industry and the world of it is always evolving, and that's what makes it so great. Now, before you go, don't forget, check out that free introductory course from Course Careers. It is an invaluable resource that can cut down your time by a whole lot, and that can jumpstart your tech sales career just like it did mine. And the link is waiting for you in the description below. Now, if you found this guide helpful, hit the like button, get subscribed for more tips and strategies on getting into the tech industry. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm here to help you succeed, and your tech sales success story starts here right now. I'll see you in the next one.